We in there?
We're in.
Man, it's been a minute, dude.
Yeah.
God, people got, whoever was getting sick of seeing our faces, you're welcome, but we're back.
We're back and back with a vengeance.
Yeah, dude. Bunch of news, bunch of entertainment news, a bunch of political news, bunch of just like social BS.
Yeah.
That we got to deal with. What do you say we start off on a little bit lighter note?
Okay.
All right. Charlie Kirk. No, I'm just joking. Ouch. No, man. Did you watch Dancing with the Stars last night?
We were here, so I wasn't able to see it, but I did watch. The son of
Irwin.
Irwin,
Jack Irwin, is that his name? Jack Irwin?
So,
the Crocodile Hunter. Yeah. Crocodile Hunter. Which, if you don't remember how he died, he was stabbed through the heart by a stingray.
Yeah.
Right. His son killed it. He was like, I mean, I don't know. Like, these people cannot be this nice.
The Irwin family?
Yeah, the entire family, dude.
Family. Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I guess if you set a family culture and you pick that up, then that's normal. But he crushed it. He got all, man, he can be slaying it.
Yeah.
He can be getting so much butt. Dude, seriously, dude. He's a good-looking kid.
Yeah.
He's athletic. He's jacked. And he's nice.
Yeah.
It's like, man, dude, you gotta watch it. Some girl's gonna break his heart. Yeah. Or a guy, I don't know.
Yeah. His sister, did you see the season when his sister was on?
I did not.
Man, she was amazing. Like, she won that season, and I think she danced with Derek. So I knew when I saw him on the cast, I was like, he's gonna be a ringer. He's gonna be the guy to beat for sure. But I watched him, and I watched Corey.
Corey Feldman. That dude is a nut.
So we just recently did Dancing with the Hampton Celebrity Stars, and Antoine, he had his piece, and he had some nods to Michael Jackson. So Corey Feldman, what are your as a connoisseur of Michael Jackson, what do you think?
I thought it was terrible. Corey Feldman is the most immobile person I've ever met in my life, dude. And he's so funny though. He's like, how is Corey Feldman? Almost 55?
He's got to be,
something like that.
Yeah.
Trapped in he's 80, trapped in a 55-year-old's body.
Oh my God.
He's like, yeah, my scoliosis was acting up.
Did he say that?
He did.
Oh my God.
I was like, what?
Oh no.
But he's so funny, man. And then we saw the young lady. Because they showed the family and friends.
Yeah.
And these are just things I pointed out. And he had like one friend there, and she was like all covered in tattoos. I was like, you can tell which one is Corey Feldman.
Have you ever seen his music show, his rock show? He's got a band.
Oh God, no.
Dude, it's so bad that it's good. I say I play guitar. I'm not a guitar player, but I can play it. It's like when somebody says that they're a golfer. I was like, I don't know if I say I'm a golfer, but I can play golf.
Right.
So Corey Feldman, if he calls himself a guitar player, I'm going to smack him. He cannot play, he cannot sing, but people, it's so bad that people go there and they're like, this is amazing.
I can't wait to see Corey Feldman.
It's like watching a car,
like a train wreck, right? Yeah. No, I've seen some of like the Michael Jackson-esque stuff that he does. Mm-hmm. He basically, is a parody of Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
And but I don't know if he thinks he's as good as he thinks he is. He can't believe he's as good as he lets the world think that he is.
Yeah, I think he does.
You think so?
I think that's 100% genuine. I really do. To the point where he has to, because he lives in that reality. Like, to the point where he was in an interview and he said Michael Jackson sat him down and said, I can make you a star. This song is going to be a #1 hit if you just let me like produce it and let me support it. And he's like, no. He's like, it's so good that it's gonna make the charts on its own.
Oh God.
Have you ever seen a #1 hit by Corey Feldman?
No. Who turns down that offer from Michael Jackson?
I know.
but maybe.
Yeah.
And then we go into some deep Michael Jackson joke water that we probably don't want to go into. Like, I might turn Mike down too.
Yeah, right.
Like, I think I got it.
Man.
Oh man.
Wow. But it's rumored, just to stay on Corey Feldman a little bit. I think it is greenlit that Goonies 2 is coming out, and the original class. He just dropped his head. Antoine literally just dropped his head.
We had this conversation before. I don't know how I feel about rebooting like classics like that.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of printing money.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's been, if you would have done it, 3 years after, maybe 5 years after, might have been all right. But it's been what, 40 years?
Yeah. 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 It's been 40 years. Yeah. We just celebrated the 40th anniversary this year in Astoria, the house. Okay. So the house has been rebuilt.
Okay.
So a fan had bought the Goonie house, restored it to its original movie, everything.
Wow.
Everything from the, what do they call them? That little contraption where the bowling ball comes down, they lay an egg and it opens up the gate, and he did the truffle shuffle. All the Goonie fans out there are like murdering me right now. So in the 40th anniversary of the movie, the original cast, all of the cast went to the house and they celebrated, and Astoria just blew up. And we really wanted to go, me and my buddy Todd and the wives, Wendy and Lisa, we all wanted to go back to it, but there was a competition. But that being said, there was at one of the Comic Cons, I think the cast was there, and Sean Astin. Sean Astin. That's the original Goonie, right? He said, yes, we are doing Goonies 2, and we're going to do it in a way that the fans will not be mad.
Oh, okay. Well.
So Goonies fans are not toxic fans.
Yeah, all like 17 of them. You mean the movie's 1,000 years old? I mean, Goonie fans are there. Like, I don't think there's Goonie fans.
Oh, dude.
There were people who like the Goonies.
No.
But
no. You not know what you speak of.
All the Goonies fans forgot they were Goonies fans. They're like 95 years old. No. That's cool. I'm looking forward to it. That'll be awesome. I mean, it's a little bit before my time, but
no way.
when Goonies came out. So what? 82.
85.
85. Okay, so yeah, I was 7 years old. Yeah,
but I'm sure it came out on VHS. You were around when VHS came out. I didn't see it in the theater either. I'm pretty sure I saw it on a VHS.
Yeah.
So
I was really excited, kind of in the same vein. I was really excited when they were rumored to do another Back to the Future, because that was my jam.
Yeah.
That was my jam. All three of them.
Yeah.
But I guess it never happened.
Yeah. Probably a good thing.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't think you would do it with obviously you wouldn't do it with Michael J. Fox at this point. Yeah. He might have a cameo or something, but I feel like it has to be a total reboot, kind of take it back to the old 1985. This is how we're going to do it. And just bring in a recent prominent actor.
Yeah. On the Back to the Future, I bought the Lego kit. I meant to bring it today. I finally finished the 50s version of the Batmobile, which will be in the background at some point here. But also bought the Back to the Future DeLorean Lego set, the 18 and over one.
How long did that take to put together?
I haven't started it yet, but it's 17 or 1,800 pieces. But I put the light kit on the Batmobile, dude. It's gonna look awesome back here.
Oh yeah, bring it in, dude.
Staying on some lighter news, Wendy and I. On Disney Plus, they released Snow White, and we tried to watch it.
Hated it,
dude.
Hated it some more.
30 minutes into it, we turned it off.
Really?
Gal Gadot was terrible as the evil queen. And what's her face that played Snow White? Just terrible.
Oh, Ortega, right?
No, Jenna Ortega is Wednesday.
Oh dang, how did I mess that up?
Her name is, I don't recall. I'm going to have to look it up. But as soon as I say it, everyone's going to be like, everyone in the comments is like, it's this.
They at this point, they know we fuck up names.
But yeah, it was terrible. Have you tried it? Have you tried watching it all?
I watched it. I saw it.
Oh, you watched the whole thing?
It was one of those things, though. I got to be 100% honest with you. It was one of those movies that you can watch while you're folding laundry, is playing in the background type thing.
Okay.
Like, and maybe I didn't do it justice by doing that. Maybe I need had to devote more attention to it, but I didn't think it was great.
Yeah.
Well,
I just opened up IMDb, and it's Rachel Zegler. Rachel Zegler played Snow White, which everyone knows that she was terrible, and she's just terrible at everything.
She's terrible at everything. Damn.
IMDb. Okay, I shouldn't say that. She's got an amazing voice. She's a beautiful
she's a singer. Is that where she came from? She was a singer.
She's a singer.
That's how she got the part?
I think she did like Broadway plays and stuff, and that's probably where she belongs. But her claim to fame was because Steven Spielberg cast her in the reboot of West Side Story, which tanked because nobody wanted another musical, I guess. Yeah. But she's a beautiful singer, terrible actress, especially in Snow White. IMDb rating 2.1 out of 10 out of 388,000 reviews.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Man. Hugh Jackman fucks up everything for people.
What do you mean?
So Wolverine, no one else can play Wolverine because of Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
Like musicals, everything is already compared to The Greatest Showman.
Oh my God.
Right?
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, Hugh, just stop making shit. Everybody's like, just stop. We get it. You're the shit.
Yeah,
stop.
He's so good.
Yeah. He has a movie coming out with Kate Hudson. He's a Neil Diamond cover singer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
I mean, why not? Why not? I'm sure he'll do. I mean, it's Hugh Jackman, so everyone's gonna love it.
All right.
I just thought just random Anaconda. There's another Anaconda movie coming out.
Paul Rudd and Jack Black. So I saw the trailer today.
Okay.
And wow, Anaconda was one of those movies where it was like it has a cult following. It wasn't a great movie. I think if you're going to change anything to a movie and make it a comedy, that's one of the ones you can mess around with and it'd be okay.
Yeah.
Especially when you have powerhouses like Paul Rudd and Jack Black.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
Yeah.
I want to see it, dude.
Just the casting alone makes it interesting. But I was like, Anaconda. Yeah. Is it going to be a comedy? I can't imagine. Movie. Was it?
Yeah, it was great for what it was. It was a big ass snake.
But was it? But it wasn't a comedy, was it?
No,
it was a drama.
Yeah, no, it was like I guess you would call it a thriller.
A thriller.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Paul Rudd and Jack Black.
Yeah. But
I mean, they have the ability.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. For sure. And it's gonna, even though it might not be a comedy, quote unquote, it's gonna, with those two actors, you can't help but be fun because that's just from their delivery of lines. Yeah. They're just funny. You're almost waiting for the funniness to happen.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's gonna be cool. I want to see it.
And there are two examples of maybe not so much Paul Rudd, but Jack Black. They are not they are Paul Rudd and Jack Black.
Yeah.
Give them whatever name you want. It's still Paul Rudd and Jack Black.
Right.
So, and just to jump to the whole casting thing, if you cast these actors to do these kinds of roles, that should be the expectation. But if you put Jack Black in, what did he do recently? I was just like, why'd you put Jack Black into it? It was a weird casting because it's Jack Black. It's not like he's not a great actor.
What? Jack Black is the shit.
What?
Dude.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? Tell me why.
He kind of to touch on what you just said. He's great at being that guy.
Yeah.
You know, he stays in he doesn't. I mean, I don't think he's going to win any major awards anytime soon. But we know what to expect, and he's really great at playing those roles.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's a telltale sign of a great actor to be able to consistently deliver the performance that the audience expects you to deliver. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a great actor. It's just doing what you do. A great actor would be somebody who, so talking about who would be a great actor, Hugh Jackman. Okay, Hugh Jackman. Okay. Hugh Jackman, great actor, versatile actor. I can't think of any names. Who just passed away recently?
Tito Jackson. Tito Jackson did a year today. Tito Jackson passed away, but
No, yesterday Robert Redford.
Oh, Redford did.
Redford passed away. Great actor.
Yeah,
great actor. Yeah. So I just don't know if I would put Jack Black. I like him. He's entertaining. I think he's great in School of Rock and all the Jack Black things.
Yeah.
Even in King Kong, he was actually pretty.
He was pretty good. That was good. That was outside of his usual.
Yeah, it was early on.
My favorite Jack Black movie is still. God, I just forgot it. The one with Gwyneth Paltrow, Shallow Hal.
Oh, Shallow Hal.
Dude, that movie is hilarious.
Yeah.
I cannot. Yeah. He's like, what did you make this out of? He was like, steel. It's welded wrong or something.
Oh my God.
Man, it's such a great movie.
It's too funny.
Man, staying on casting a little bit, we finally, James Gunn went on the Howard Stern show and kind of not leaked because it came from James Gunn, but he gave away the premise of the second Superman movie.
Oh.
It's going to come out next year. We're going to get it soon, 2027.
Okay.
Man of Tomorrow is going to be almost like a Lex Luthor Superman team up movie. They're going to have to work together to fight off a more dangerous threat. Everybody online is assuming that it's going to be Brainiac. I hope it's Brainiac. I think something like Darkseid or something bigger is going to have to happen a little bit later.
That'd be cool.
So yeah. James Gunn, they're pushing it out.
Yeah,
they're DCU. I'm telling you, Doomsday and Secret Wars is gonna have to be the shit.
Yeah, because
James Gunn is not fucking around.
Nope.
So then he is just putting out great content from the show runs to the cinematic runs. He is just like doing what Marvel did at the beginning.
Yeah.
He's taking IP that is already there that people want to see and adapting it to live action.
Yeah.
And he's crushing it.
Yeah. I'm with you on that one. I'm super excited with this whole thing. I got to say though, Marvel, like as much as we kind of like don't like it now, it lasted a long time.
It did.
It had
and that's the argument. It's like you can't stay at the top forever.
Yeah.
And no matter how good you do at something, the fans is gonna be wear and tear on the fans.
Yep.
So you're gonna have to start doing something different, or they're looking for it. Like it's human nature, looking for the next best thing, right? And so that's what's happening right now. So Marvel is gonna have to modify in a way that still changes what we're used to seeing, but still keeps the fans happy. Mm-hmm. So I hope they're able to do it. Like the big, like I don't think the lead up and the execution of Infinity War Endgame, we're never going to get that again.
Yeah.
We're never going to, from any comic book franchise-y type of thing. I don't think we're ever going to see that. But DCU has the best chance of getting something close to that.
Yeah. What do you think made Superman so successful? Like, is there one thing that you're like, man, this is the secret sauce?
I don't think it was one thing, but I think James Gunn.
Okay.
James Gunn, people really have put a lot of faith into what James Gunn is able to deliver to the screen.
But what does that mean? Like, what is James Gunn, and what is that? Is it the cinematography? Is it the storytelling? Is it the character building? Is it the casting? Is it what about it?
I think it's more of his attention to detail. So there's been, especially here in the later phases of Marvel, we got a lot of, all right, this movie is going to happen. We're going to cast for this movie. The movie starts to shoot, and then you hear about all these rewrites.
Yeah.
These unfinished scripts that they finish real time while the movie's being shot. James Gunn doesn't do that. He's like, we need a script, we need it to be finished, and we need to know exactly what's going to happen, right? Then we'll cast. Once we finish casting and get the perfect cast in place, then we'll do this. He doesn't try to like willy-nilly put shit together to make a movie happen.
Yeah.
The movie has already happened. We just need to execute at this point. And I think that's where James Gunn kind of excels for the DCU. He did, from a visual standpoint, I mean, the dude is like Scorsese-esque as far as like just visual effect and the way camera angles and color.
Yeah.
Like, there's nobody better. Even all the Guardians of the Galaxy movies that he did, that was the one thing that kind of stood out from the rest of the movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like color, texture, just is everything he is beautiful that he does. And I think James Gunn is the X factor. He's the thing that pulls everyone together. He's the same actors he loves to work with. He brings them back, so no one complains about that. He just has the formula down pat the way he wants it done. He doesn't deviate. He, no matter what great director he brings in, he gives them enough line to let them be creative and let them build what they want to build. But at the end of the day, it's him. It's not him. Like on the Marvel side, you got whatever director they put in place, you always got to go to Feige. Feige at the end. And then Feige goes to a board of directors to make sure we can get all this done. And at the DCU, it's just him. He's the top guy. And so I think when you take all those cooks out of the kitchen, that's beneficial as well.
I think, I totally agree with you on that. It's like, it's the James Gunn factor. And I think James Gunn at the end of the day is just a true fan. He's a fan that's producing something that he would like to see, versus, to your point, where Feige has to go to the board, you have to do all these things to make sure that they cover all these ideas and whatever. And I ask you that because we just watched also on Disney Plus, Lilo and Stitch, the live action. Really enjoyed it. Thought it was really good. And then one of our staff, she's a huge Lilo and Stitch fan. She's like, it was good. She's like, but the animated one was way better. And not because of nostalgia or anything like that. She's like, didn't it feel rushed? The live action felt rushed. Like all of a sudden you're here and it missed a lot of things. Still enjoyable, but it wasn't that as impactful or as good storytelling. So I thought that was interesting. And so when you say about why was Superman so good, is like the storytelling was great. Because I still remember, like right now, I can't remember specific parts of the Lilo and Stitch live action, but I still remember moments of Superman. I was like, oh, this part, and how it connected. I was like, that was really great.
Absolutely. In like little parts that we would really look over in other movies. James Gunn found a way to make it impactful in this movie. For example, in the scene where he's sitting on the couch and the rest of the Justice Gang is fighting like this alien in the background and all these bright colors and everything. He's like, they got it type thing. It's like, that could have easily been a moment that was addressed, but really kind of overshadowed by whatever Superman and Lois were doing at that time. But you made it a thing, right? And he's able to do that. He's a genius when it comes to this stuff, man. And it's proof positive that everything that they did in Marvel helped get them to where they are today in Marvel. Like if some of those things didn't happen, I can't say that us looking forward to what happens in Doomsday and Secret Wars the anticipation would even be there if a lot of these things didn't happen with, people like James Gunn. So we'll see. We'll see.
Storytelling, I think recently, you make fun of me about this, but I'm really into audiobooks now. Look at so Dungeon Crawler Carl. I'm on the third book.
Okay.
The third book. Now I want to share this because in books, if you're reading it, you can use your imagination to visualize all this. Now these books, I highly recommend anybody who's into, if you're driving your car and you want to get into a good story, it's a long drive, listen to this book. It is a rated R book. It's totally like Dungeons and Dragons / Call of Duty / any video game kind of thing. And the voice actor on it is incredible. Incredible. Like Carl, like I can hear his voice right now. And I wish I could remember the voice actor's name. I'll pull it up, but he does a brilliant job. But I just got to the third book. It's a 4-book series. And one of the voices is the first non-original, the storyteller's voice is Critical Drinker. I don't know if you follow Critical Drinker on YouTube. He's kind of does similar to what we do, and he's got this Irish voice, and it's hilarious. And I was like, all of a sudden, I'm like, Critical Drinker. I was like, can it be? And it is, but it's so well done. And I think if you ever played Dungeons and Dragons, I think you'd really enjoy it. So I'd still recommend it. So going back to my point of saying storytelling, I think is the key. Because if the story doesn't match our imagination of what we think or hope it should be, I think that's why people get all mad about it.
Yeah,
So,
sure. Yeah.
But
we have an expectation going into this stuff that we want it to be kind of at least close to what we kind of foresee.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, I agree. That I agree with. I'm not much of an audiobook guy.
yeah.
I'm a more, I only really listen to anything when I'm in the car. And so that's either, there's always podcasts.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Yeah.
murder mystery stuff is kind of at the top of my list.
Oh, okay.
And then other comic book stuff, similar to what we do.
Yeah.
But the Morbid podcast is like my go-to on long trips. Like if we're driving to whatever, you know, visiting friends at another city or state, whatever. The Morbid podcast is our shit.
Okay.
So
Cool.
yeah.
I kind of like also wanted to bring this up because it's like right now we're in our lives just changed the other day. Like some major stuff happened in the world. And in the world of headlines and sound bites and short form content and everybody taking things out of context and using people's words against each other when they're not actually realizing what this person was saying and the idea that they're saying, to the point that not that what we do is dangerous, but where speaking your mind and your thoughts is now become dangerous.
Yeah.
And not dangerous for saying it, but the consequences when people not liking what you have to say.
Sure.
So I'm kind of leading us to talk a little bit about Charlie Kirk because I think it's our responsibility to kind of like talk about it a little bit. So,
absolutely. That was, and for me, I can only speak from my standpoint, but I thought that anytime anyone is killed, especially in the way that he was for speaking, whatever was his platform authentic or was it for political, whatever it was, it's fucked up. It's messed up when
100%.
when a man or person's life is taken just because there's the person who did it was either incapable or unwilling to have like some sort of forum or like sit down some sort of conversation to why he felt different from the way that Charlie Kirk felt. And we get this all the time. And this is not something new. We'll never as a society agree on everything.
Sure.
Right? Let's just go ahead and give that one up right now. Doesn't mean that we can't coexist and respect each other's point of view at least enough not to go and put a bullet in them. You know?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And in that form, like what somebody said, and I think maybe Wendy or we were talking about it, we're like, we literally witnessed in our lives a public execution. This wasn't somebody, like when they talk about gun violence, this wasn't gun violence. This was, okay, so maybe it was a form of that, but this was a public execution. If you look at it on a bigger, grander scale, and people are like for it.
Yeah.
Like, I just can't wrap my head around how people would say that they would do that. Taking anybody's life, I don't think people understand the consequences of what that'll actually do to you. And if you're okay with it, you have no soul.
Yeah.
You have no soul. You have no respect. And like, I won't shy away from it. I mean, like, I'm a God-fearing man and I like have respect for lives. I mean, if I didn't, I wouldn't do what I do. And to be so shallow and to have no moral compass or code, like, and half of our country is like that, it scares me.
Yeah.
It scares me in a real way to the point where it's scary. Like, I just don't know. Like, and people are okay with that.
Yeah.
Like, again, people are okay with, like, some dude in the crowd was like, yeah, this is amazing. Yeah. Like, did you see it?
I didn't see the crowd right after he got shot because every video that I saw where you were able to see him get shot, it cut off right after it happened.
Yeah.
Right?
There's only one video where one guy, I think, stands up in front of it. That's why people are speculating like there was a bigger job than they thought. But I watched it. I saw it. I was horrified. I was horrified with the graphic nature of it. And people were like sharing it all over Instagram. And like, I was like, whoa, that was wild. And we live in a world now where you can basically show that. Like, and Instagram can't police it because there's millions of people sharing it.
Yeah, sure. And you can't police it all.
No.
Yeah. Now, now kind of going into a little bit of conspiracy theory about kind of touching on what you just said about it being bigger than what we thought it might have been. There are theories out there saying that this was the first attempt of the traditional right to kind of take back the party from Trump. And I know like there's dark politics out there.
Oh,
like if you don't know that, then you're just living under a rock.
Yeah.
But what do you think about that? How do you feel? Do you think that there is a divide in the Republican Party that someone would feel justified having to do something like this in order to sway power back to what we identify as like the traditional right?
God, I hope to God it wasn't an inside job. Is that what you're kind of alluding to? An inside job? Well, I know Candace Owens is saying that it was an inside job. If it is that, then we are beyond repair, man. Like beyond. And maybe Elon is onto something, because like Elon was saying something about that. We are our politics our government is so corrupt and just so far gone, and every government has an element of corruption.
Sure.
And small, if I say the word small, it's not really small. I mean, there's a huge amount of corruption and waste and all that stuff. It's just part of it. But we just hoped that our government would have more checks and balances than any other government. But yeah, I don't know. The political climate is so heated, and that's why I was saying headlines and thought bubbles and like the whole discord and like people in these we're more segregated society now than we've ever been.
Yeah. Isn't it? It's weird that is the case, because we live in a time where we have unlimited access to just about everything from a technology standpoint. We can have anything. We got 3D printed organs. Yeah. We're this close to having flying cars, right? Yeah. But yet the human element does not allow us to be able to coexist in a way where everyone is mutually represented, mutually respected. I don't understand it. How can we be this far forward in one aspect but this far behind in another aspect? This is just it's the oxymoron. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's like no longer that you can coexist. Like the whatever the flavor of the week needs to be the loudest voice and the most thing, and it's like, and everybody else, you just deal with it. You're the enemy. You're this, and like and that's, you know, and if it shows like the difference between if something happens to one, that this is the reaction that happens. If this happens to the other, this is the reaction. But yet if both things happened and they reacted the same way, I don't know. Or if Charlie Kirk and everything just started like rioting and burning and doing everything, like, would that have been okay? Would people have their right and ability to do that? I don't know. Because any life taken and lost is no greater than the next.
Right.
And that's the way it's being viewed now for politics.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I couldn't have said it better myself. It's so we don't have the ability to put ourselves in the other man's shoes from a political standpoint, especially from a political standpoint, but even from a social standpoint. We are all about what is going on with us. We give very little regard to people around us. just respecting people around us, acknowledging, or have like any level of empathy as it pertains to other people. It's, I mean, it's crazy. It's so crazy. I can't. Yep. And then did you see, kind of going back to what you were saying, the security for Charlie Kirk at the time? He had a black shirt on, black glasses.
Yeah.
They say he made like some sort of like hand gesture right before the shot went off. Did you see that video?
I did.
All right. Do you think there's anything to that?
I did, but now I don't. Because I've watched several videos of Charlie Kirk now, and like his security team looked like it was the same security team. So unless it's a real inside job of security guys, but what our trainer said, or maybe another YouTuber said, is that those signals were because all of a sudden they caught or they saw the guy, and that was them trying to signal that they see somebody and it needs to be taken care of.
Oh man.
But so I don't know. We have our trainer, she's involved with some bunch of, like, the gym we go to, there's a lot of team guys there, and she talks to a lot of those guys. And I thought Charlie Kirk was wearing he had a plate on, but she's like, no, he didn't, because another YouTuber was like, yeah, the round caught the plate and went up into his neck, and then they're like, no. And so yeah, there's just a lot to that.
Yeah, man.
But it's going back to the politics of it. So if a refugee from another country got murdered on a train, that should be all over the news, right? You would think that the left would be everywhere. Well, so last month, a Ukrainian girl, a refugee, was murdered in Charlotte on I shouldn't use that word because then we'll be flagged, but was
Pew pew. Oh no, yeah. It wasn't even that.
She was. So a guy pulled out a jackknife, just a regular Swiss Army knife or whatnot, and just murdered her. And it was not on the news. It's not on the news anywhere.
I heard nothing about it.
You heard nothing, right? Yeah. So like, what confuses me about that is like, everybody should be represented. There should be an outcry for anything unjust. And again, it was a murder. He murdered her. And like on the train, nobody reacted. She got on the train, got on her phone, texted her boyfriend, I'll be home in 10 minutes. And the dude just looked at her and just came around. Now, unfortunately, I don't know if it was, when it comes to black versus white, if it was reversed, would it have been a huge outcry? Would everything been burning? Yeah. But there's nothing. Nothing. And like, this one hits home because, of course, our algorithms on our social media formats, like all that comes up in my feed is Iryna Zarutska. Yeah. She was murdered, and like that's all I see. And I'm like, how is this not people like you didn't hear about it? Yeah. So, and unfortunately, the guy was a 14-time or 11-time criminal and let out, and he was a danger to society. And yeah,
I assume because the video you showed me, the picture you showed me was pretty clear, so they caught the guy. He's in custody
now. He is. Okay, yeah. But he wasn't for days, and like nobody called 911, and she bled out, and there was one guy that tried to come and help her, but it was too late. Yeah. It was just like, and to me, I'm just like, I'm still like torn up about it. I'm like, obviously, I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, or I'm beside myself. I just don't know. So, because it could be your wife, your sister, your mother, right.
Right. And this was in Charlottesville, and
Charlotte, North Carolina.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry, Charlottesville. Yeah. You don't need any more bullshit. And while Charlotte is a major city, large city, we don't hear, like, you wouldn't think of Charlotte being much of a dangerous city. When we hear about the hierarchy of dangerous cities in the United States, Charlotte is not in the top. There. Definitely not in the top 10.
L.A., Houston, Chicago, New York,
Chicago. So, but yeah, it's shitty.
Yeah.
It's shitty that a young girl had to die that way. I mean, anyway, but just senseless.
Completely.
It wasn't. And I asked her, we were talking about it off air, and the first thing I asked was a robbery attempt.
Nope.
Right? No, it was just random I mean, and I don't know if it makes it better if it was a robbery attempt. It doesn't.
No.
Right. But at least from the standpoint of the person that did it, at least you can say, well, he killed her because he wanted to rob her. But again, doesn't make it any better, but at least you can put, okay, there's some reason behind the way, at least from his point of view, there was a reason why he did it, but there's nothing. It was just senseless. So.
And people will cover it up and they're excusing him or trying to defend this guy, saying it was mental health and it was this and it was that. And like, we need to, like, people already, there were 3 GoFundMes that were started to help defend this guy.
What?
I was like, how is that even a thing? And like, why are we siding with the guy? Why are we siding with the criminal? Why? What is that? I don't understand.
Yeah,
I don't understand. Somebody in the comments explain it to me.
Yeah,
I don't think. And if you try,
good luck.
Forget it.
Yeah, good luck. There's no explanation for that. Man. I mean, I've said this. I've yelled it from the rooftops. Man, we just need to be. We need to be better people. I used to say a lot, we just need to be better to each other, right? But I think it transcends that. We just need to be better people. We worry about just being a better person. Don't worry about treating other people better, because that's going to come if you're just a better person. Just do the work to be a better person. And I know it's a lot more moving parts than that. Yeah, but. Man, it's just it's discouraging. Yeah, it's discouraging.
Kind of like watching some Charlie Kirk stuff. It's like whether you love him or hate him or whatever, he would always have a discussion. Yeah, and it was always interesting. Like when he would make a point or question somebody or push somebody to actually answer whatever, the default was always like "F you," right? You're an idiot or whatever. There was never any like. It was just immediately turn into a form of violence, or whether I yell at you, say whatever expletives I want about you. Yeah. So it's like, when in our society, I'm older than Antoine, but when did growing up turn into this? Like if I cried out like they do at those college campuses, my mom would take me by the hair and she would smack me around, be like, shut your mouth. For sure. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. I don't know. Like, when did that happen? Yeah. Where did it happen?
I think it happened in the in 2000s, right? Yeah, because we do live in a society now where people feel like they can do and say whatever they want based on the fact that they have an opinion. And if you do that in a way that you're able to articulate the way you feel, talk about it, have a conversation. Like if you're not prepared to be able to hear what might come back when you have an opinion, you probably shouldn't be expressing your opinion. You don't go out there and just blindly say whatever you feel like is on your mind if you're not prepared to have a conversation. If you're not prepared to hear someone else's point of view, just keep it to yourself, because at the end of the day, no one cares unless you're benefiting someone else besides you. If you have an opinion that that makes other people think and say, okay, well, maybe he has a point. And if you're having this conversation with people who can't do that, you shouldn't be having that conversation with them anyway. Yeah. What's that old saying? Like, don't argue with fools because people from a distance can't tell who's who. Yeah. Yeah. Find a forum. Yeah. Find a forum to have those conversations. And with the Charlie Kirk thing, there's a lot of things that he said that I didn't agree with. Sure. A lot of things, but you find a forum to have these conversations, but especially going back to the George Floyd stuff. A lot of disagreements there that I have with him. At the end of the day, there needs to be checks and balances as it pertains to people being accountable for what they say and do. It has to be, you have to be able to articulate the way you feel and be prepared to defend that. Like, we see it all the time. We see it with right activists. We see it with left activists. They'll be up, they'll be saying whatever their view is, and then somebody will come up on the mic and say, well, what about this, 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 and this, and then walk off. Like, I said what I had to say. I got him. I said, and now, but you came up here, You blurted out whatever random thought you had, and then you walked away before I had a chance at a rebuttal.
Yeah.
Right? It's I mean, I don't.
Yeah. It seems like this is a kind of a bit of a turnaround when it comes to that behavior of like, I'm going to say what I want and what I say is right, and I have every right to do it without any consequence. And now there's like people who are praising what happened to Charlie Kirk, and they're losing their jobs or getting their platforms taken from them. Mm-hmm. You know, and people are like crying about freedom of speech. Yeah, well, freedom of speech is freedom from prosecution from the government, but it's not freedom of consequences from society. Right. So you still have to be careful. And Charlie Kirk was well aware of that. Mm-hmm. And I think people who argue with him, at least at those college campuses, I don't know really what I'm talking about, but I just going from what it seems like, they feel as though they're the authority. Mm-hmm. And maybe this has to do with back in when we were playing sports, like not everybody wins a trophy. You know, you feel entitled. You feel like your opinion is the winning opinion. I should be the champion of this cause, and why aren't you believing it? And if you don't, you're an idiot because look at me, I got my trophy.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah.
And also, like, I feel like people on the broad scale, people have to understand that the Candace Owenses, and I'm not just saying names that are under heavy scrutiny in this political climate. So just leave that there. But the Candace Owenses and the Charlie Kirks and people like that, you have to understand that they are salesmen. They're salespeople. They are selling an ideal, and they're using a political platform to do that. And while there should be some sort of consequence to doing that, the punishment has to fit the crime, right? Mm-hmm. They're going up here and they're saying what they need to say or what they feel like their platforms are in order to sell an ideal, right? Mm-hmm. You got to be able to combat that, and you have to combat it in a way that is going to effectively offset whatever that ideal is, right? If you can't do that, then stay away from the conversation.
Yeah.
You know, so it's hurtful. It really is, and not anyone, not just specifically talking about Charlie Kirk, but for anyone to be shot and killed because they're selling an ideal is fucked up.
It's fucked up. Yeah, it totally is. Even Bill Maher Bill Maher was super like left.
Oh yeah.
But now things have gotten so far that way that he's now kind of a moderate. And he was coming out saying like this is crazy. All this stuff is just crazy. And he said something really profound. He's like, in our political climate, he's like, when the adults are listening to the kids, he's like, that's when we're in trouble. Because the kids just don't have the life experience or I was talking to one of our students, and he's like, you have to experience a certain amount of suck to be able to have to be able to speak about things. And if you haven't gone through the suck, then
dude, who said that? They need a trophy. Because it's true. You have to go through a certain amount of hardship in order to get to the point to where you can even like somewhat effectively talk about these things and be able to have opinion on these things. Like anytime you hear anyone under the age of 30 talking about anything, like, dude, shut the fuck up. You don't, what are you talking about? Shut up. And then the people who can, like, honestly, I would rather have a conversation with someone who would tell me, like, look, this is my opinion on it. There's a good chance I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but this is just how I feel. I will be more prone to talk to that person because at least you're intelligent enough to know that you know nothing. Yeah. So it's interesting.
It is interesting.
These kids, these young kids, these
kids today. But we're not trying to sound like, it's funny because at some point we turn into our parents, I suppose. And but now I get it. I think I'm at that age where I'm like, I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to see what speaking about my parents, they're immigrants. My dad saw people hung in front of him. He was in in World War II as a kid and escaping Ukraine when the Nazis were coming in and the Russian soldiers were coming in. And so he saw some horrible, horrible things, and he's one of 8, and his little sister got killed, and he saw his grandfather. He got separated from his dad. His dad was taken by the Russian army, and they were marching him to go fight in the front lines. So he saw some real terrible things, and then coming to a country where you don't know the language and trying to be in a potato farm. So he's dealt with a lot, and I remember being a kid and being like, you know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Hey, old man don't know what the hell
you don't know nothing.
Yeah, no, it's like, and we all go through that because as a kid, we feel like we know everything. That's every kid. You feel like you got it figured out, and it takes a while for you to understand. So you go to the phase where you feel like you got it figured out, right?
Yep.
Then you go to the phase where you're not sure you got it figured out, but you want it so bad, right? You want to have it figured out. Then you go to the phase to understand that you had no idea what you thought you knew. And then you go to the phase like you just don't give a shit anymore. Yep. It's like whatever you like. I've turned into the I'm that guy now. Anyone has like opinion, like strong, right or wrong, especially if it's wrong. I feel like it's wrong. I'd be like, oh, okay,
yeah,
I'm that guy now. Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah. All right,
good for you.
Yeah. Because there's anyone who gets married to an ideal that much that they're not even willing to hear anything else. Is like, why even just waste the time?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
Got heavy there.
Yeah, it got a little heavy there.
Yeah.
Let's finish on a light note.
All right.
What you got going on?
All right. So, coming up in October at the DoubleTree.
I got it in my calendar, bro. We're gonna be there. At
the DoubleTree this October, we're hosting our annual dance competition. It is called the Ballroom of Secrets. It is a Harry Potter inspired dance competition where on Friday, you want to say something?
I know. I didn't know it was Harry Potter theme.
It is a Harry Potter theme. On Friday, we've assigned house colors to the studios that are attending, and we did it by random drawing, and we used the hat.
What's that hat called? The talking hat.
Yeah. I
know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so
they all know what you're talking about.
They do. So all the studios got assigned a color, and then on Saturday is going to be a themed black and gold evening. So we're excited about that. We have studios coming in from Gainesville, Virginia, Ashburn, Virginia, and then Richmond, Raleigh, Roanoke, Durham, North Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina, and Charlotte, North Carolina are all coming down or up to Virginia Beach to the DoubleTree. We're really excited because it's going to be in the Vibe District, and all of our attendees get to experience the Vibe District because it is really taken off down there with
it's awesome.
Pharrell's new dome opening up, and there's some drama about the dome, by the way. And all those restaurants that are there and shops that are there. So if you're in the Virginia Beach area or the Hampton Roads area, I highly recommend going and checking out the Vibe District. They've really done a really great job, and I think it's Virginia Beach is starting to turn into a really cool place. I mean, it is a cool place, but it's even becoming more cool.
Right. And that's on the 11th, right?
10th and 11th. Yeah.
Okay, got you. Yeah, I got you in because Taraz, he's being very modest. He's also performing on the 11th.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely be in a place for that. So I want to check this. So the dance competition is going to be on the 10th and the finals on the 11th, and then you go do your thing after type thing. Or?
Yeah. So afterwards, so our show, like we have a pro show that we're going to be doing, and we're only going to be doing a dance. But then our staff is going to compete pro. So it's not necessarily open to the public. So if anybody's interested in checking it out, call us, shoot us a text at the studio. It's very, very limited space. Only like VIPs like Antoine can just show up anytime they want to roll in.
Dude, me and Jamie definitely going to be at that. That my girl loves her Harry Potter, man.
Yeah. But man, you got some new stuff happening in your world.
Yes, man. I told you guys a couple weeks ago that I'm with OVM now. I'm a mortgage lender here in the Hampton Roads area. OVM, one of the largest mortgage lenders in the nation. So they have a lot of resources, a lot of products that a lot of mortgage companies and banks don't have. So able to get a lot of people qualified for homes. I feel really great that I get to help people buy their first home. That's a really cool feeling for me.
That's gotta be.
Like I have one in particular, young lady who first time buyer, and she's 22. She's like grinding. She called it her big girl job, and she just did all the work to get to where she is. So, I'm happy to be in the position to be able to help people like that get their first home. Rates are coming down, so a lot of people are refinancing these absurd. We came off of a time where if you wanted to buy a home, you had to eat the fact that interest rates were where they were, right? We had some people buying at 9%, 8%, whatever. Now we're starting to, there's a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel, and we're starting to see rates more relative to what we became accustomed to at the 3s and the 4s. So we have a lot of people able to refinance and get lower payment. People who are just being like killed by their monthly payments. Yeah, we're able to help those people now. So I'm happy. I'm very fortunate. I love what I do. I love helping people. And if you need a mortgage, if you are looking for a home in the next 6 months to 12 months, even if you're not ready right now, we kind of take for granted sometimes when we see a house, we want to buy that house, right? Get pre-approved first. Know exactly how much you can get. You might think you got Honda Accord money, you got Mercedes-Benz money. You just don't know because there's so many ins and outs. There's so many products out there. There's a lot of that. So this is not infomercial, so I'm not going to go too crazy. But yeah, I'm loving it. If you need a mortgage, hit your boy up.
Yeah. We saw a couple houses. We're like 700,000. We're like, out of our budget.
My man don't let him be modest, he because he built so much shit too, so he's gonna need like a big ass like work. Wouldn't that be cool? Like a cool like workspace, dude. Like a detached garage type deal. Man,
I need a guitar room. I need a detached garage. I need a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
I need a lot of stuff. All the hobbies.
I know a guy.
Yeah.
Oh man,
cool.
On behalf of myself and my homeboy Taras, we appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you click like, subscribe, get the alert so you know when our podcasts come out, and we'll catch you on the flip.
Sweet.